All right, girls, welcome. Today is September 29th. So welcome to one more class. Um, we are doing Unit 12, Wide Angle 2. So we just have a few more days to finish the book. Today we are doing Units 12.4 and if time allows, 12.5. So we'll try to finish the unit today so we can have the review next week. And I'd like to ask you if you have any questions concerning the previous class we had on Monday. Last class, we talked about the first conditional, and we kind of started the vocabulary on airline announcements. Okay, so to help you out, let's open our books and let's see the vocabulary on airline announcements. Okay, so let's go there. Let's open our books to page 143. Okay, let's check it out. All right. Yes, last class, we saw the vocabulary here on page 142. I don't know if you remember. Let me try to zoom in. We saw the words pilot, takeoff, gate, luggage, passenger, and book a flight. So this vocabulary has to do with airport. When you travel by plane, we usually use these words, okay? These words are related to traveling by plane. So here we have the images to help us, and we did activity number 3, okay? So here, just to continue this topic and to wrap it up, here we have a small tip, which is a listening tip on identifying levels of formality. Because sometimes people, we listen to different kinds of speech, right? When we travel by plane, for example, we listen to people speaking on the plane, for example, and it's usually formal because the flight attendant is addressing passengers on a plane, and the speech is meant to give instructions to passengers, right? Usually. So it cannot be something informal. It has to be something formal so everybody understands, okay? So let's go back. So here we are going to see a small tip on identifying different levels of formality, okay, when we listen. Hi, Kawani. Good afternoon. Good to see you. So let's take a look there. We use different levels of formality when we speak. Of course, it all depends on the situation, right? The level of formality depends on who is speaking and who they are speaking to. Identifying the level of formality helps you to focus your listening. Listen to the formal and informal language. What are some differences? So let's try to listen.
Attention passengers on Flight 734 to New York. There has been a gate change. Flight 734 will now depart from Gate 9. Please proceed to Gate 9 immediately.
Hey, our gate changed. We have to go to Gate 9. Come on, we need to hurry.
Okay, I will play one more time and you can see that there is a difference on formality. One speech is formal, the other one is informal. Okay, so listen one more time.
Attention passengers on Flight 734 to New York. There has been a gate change. Flight 734 will now depart from Gate 9. Please proceed to Gate 9 immediately.
Hey, our gate changed. We have to go to gate 9. Come on, we need to hurry.
All right, people. Okay, so as you noticed, we have two different kinds of speech here. The first one is an announcement from the airline company. The first one is from the company telling passengers that there has been a change, okay? So flight 734 will now depart from gate 9. So there is a change on gate departure. Of course, guys, what is the level of formality in the first announcement? Is it formal or informal? Yes, it's formal, okay? The second one, it's one passenger talking to the other. Just to call your attention that you need to go to another gate. So the passenger says, hey, our gate changed. We have to go to gate 9. Come on, we need to hurry. So this conversation here, is it formal or informal? Yes, informal. So it's not the company talking to passengers, but it's one passenger talking to another. So it's informal, all right? So this is for you to notice the difference in formality, okay? All right, so I will play one more time. Hi, Pedro. Good afternoon. Good to see you. So I will play one more time so you can see the difference between the first speech and the second, okay?
Attention passengers on Flight 734 to New York. There has been a gate change. Flight 734 will now depart from Gate 9. Please proceed to Gate 9 immediately.
Hey, our gate changed. We have to go to gate 9. Come on, we need to hurry.
All right. Now, let's move on to number 4. The bold-faced words in exercise number 3 are formal. Can you think of an informal synonym for each word? So here, of course, they're talking about exercise number 3, the previous page. Okay, so let's take a look there. Let's move back. Here. Look. Okay, so here we have, please stow your carry-on luggage under the seat in front of you. So we have, of course, guys, parts of a speech from an airline company. These are usually spoken by an employee from an airline company, and they are addressing passengers. That's why the speech is formal, okay? How can we substitute or how can we replace these words here for a less formal one, using an informal one? Instead of using please stow your carry-on luggage under the seat, which other verb could I use here? Please stow. What is this? Please put. Okay. Please put your carry-on luggage under the seat. Yes. There are 3 planes ahead of us on the runway. So which other word could I use here to replace ahead of us? Because this is formal. In front of us. Okay, great. So there are 3 planes in front of us. In front of us is informal. Okay. Number 3. Flight 917 will depart from gate 7 at 8:15. Depart. Which other verb can I use here that is informal? Leave. Flight 917 will leave from gate 7. Okay, so of course it's a formal situation, so they use depart. Okay, please remain seated until the pilot has turned off the fastened seatbelt sign. Which other verb can I use here to replace remain? Stay. So please stay seated. Okay. Number 5. Flight 1562 to Tokyo is now boarding all rows. All passengers may board at this time. Which other word can I use to replace at this time? Now or right now. Okay? We can use now or right now. Okay, good. Number 6, there is no word in bold. Okay, so moving on. So you can see, guys, that most of the speeches that we listen when we travel by plane, they are formal by essence, okay? So now, listen to 4 announcements, or conversations in an airport. Which ones have informal language? Which have formal language? So let's listen.
1.
Attention passengers on Flight 584 to Chicago. The departure has been delayed due to snow. If it stops snowing within the next hour, the flight will depart this evening. If it continues to snow, we will need to cancel the flight. We thank you for your patience.
2. Did you hear that? Our flight might be cancelled.
Oh no! What are we gonna do if that happens?
Well, it's the last flight out tonight. I guess we'll have to get a hotel and try to get on a flight tomorrow morning.
But I have to give a presentation at work tomorrow morning. Let's hope it stops snowing.
3.
Attention passengers on Flight 740 to Mexico City. This flight is overbooked. We are looking for a few passengers who can take a later flight. We are offering a free round-trip ticket to passengers who give up their seat. Please come to the gate if you are interested.
4.
Hey, did you hear that? What do you think? Should we take a later flight?
Sure, why not? We'll get free tickets. Maybe we can take a vacation to Florida this winter.
Okay. Then let's go to the gate right now. Look, there are already people in line.
Okay, that was easy. First of all, let me ask you, is the audio okay, guys?
Yes.
Yes, is the audio okay? Could you hear? Okay,
So,
good.
teacher.
So, Pedro. Yes, what is the meaning of so? Is it breaking? Is it too low?
Because, teacher, fica dando aqueles ruídozinho chato no fundo.
Uh-huh, okay, all right. Who is I don't care? William, Weaven, I never know. Somebody got in now, but I don't know who you are. Who is I don't care? William or Weaven? Oh, you could hear everything, Kawane. Okay, all right. Annalise, is the audio okay for you?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Rebecca, is the audio okay for you?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Manu, is the audio okay for you? Yeah, you're muted. You can write. If your microphone is not working, you can write. I don't care. Is the audio okay for you?
So, teacher.
All right. Okay, I don't know who this person is. I don't know if it's Weaven or William. It must be one of those. Anyway, so I will play again. Okay, guys, don't worry. We are doing exercise number 5, page 143, okay? We just have to decide if the speech is formal or informal, okay? So let's listen.
1,
Attention passengers on Flight 584 to Chicago. The departure has been delayed due to snow. If it stops snowing within the next hour, the flight will depart this evening. If it continues to snow, we will need to cancel the flight. We thank you for your patience.
2. Did you hear that? Our flight might be cancelled.
Oh no! What are we gonna do if that happens?
Well, it's the last flight out tonight. I guess we'll have to get a hotel and try to get on a flight tomorrow morning.
But I have to give a presentation at work tomorrow morning. Let's hope it stops snowing.
3,
Attention passengers on Flight 740 to Mexico City. This flight is overbooked. We are looking for a few passengers who can take a later flight. We are offering a free round-trip ticket to passengers who give up their seat. Please come to the gate if you are interested.
4,
Hey, did you hear that? What do you think? Should we take a later flight?
Sure, why not? We'll get free tickets. Maybe we can take a vacation to Florida this winter.
Okay, then let's go to the gate right now. Look, there are already people in line.
Okay, guys. So, which ones are formal and which ones are informal? Number 1, is that formal or informal? Formal. Yes, very good. Number 2, formal or informal? Okay, informal. Number 3, formal or informal? Yes, formal. And number 4.
Hello.
Hi, dear. Good afternoon.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Informal. Okay, let's check the answers. Let's see. Okay, everything correct. Fantastic. All right, people. So let's move on here and listen one more time and check the statements to see if they are true or false. Remember, guys, we are at the airport. Okay? So let's see the options first. Okay? Number 1, the flight might be canceled because it's snowing. Letter B, the flight has been canceled because it's snowing. Number 2, if the flight is canceled, the speakers will take a flight later tonight. Letter B, the speakers want to stay in a hotel tonight. Number 3, letter A, there aren't enough seats on the plane for all the passengers. Letter B, if a passenger takes a later flight, the airline will give them a free round-trip ticket. Number 4, letter A, the speakers want to take a later flight. Letter B, the speakers are in line at the gate. So let's listen one more time.
1,
Attention passengers on Flight 584 to Chicago. The departure has been delayed due to snow. If it stops snowing within the next hour, the flight will depart this evening. If it continues to snow, we will need to cancel the flight. We thank you for your patience.
2. Did you hear that? Our flight might be cancelled.
Oh no! What are we gonna do if that happens?
Well, it's the last flight out tonight. I guess we'll have to get a hotel and try to get on a flight tomorrow morning.
But I have to give a presentation at work tomorrow morning. Let's hope it stops snowing.
3,
Attention passengers on Flight 740 to Mexico City. This flight is overbooked. We are looking for a few passengers who can take a later flight. We are offering a free round-trip ticket to passengers who give up their seat. Please come to the gate if you are interested.
4,
Hey, did you hear that? What do you think? Should we take a later flight?
Sure, why not? We'll get free tickets. Maybe we can take a vacation to Florida this winter.
Okay, then let's go to the gate right now. Look, there are already people in line.
All right, people. So let's say number 1, option A, the flight might be canceled because it's snowing. True or false? Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you repeat, please?
False. I think B is true.
Ah, okay, true. All right. Letter B, the flight has been canceled because it's snowing. Okay, false. Very good. Now, number 2, if the flight is canceled, the speakers will take a flight later tonight. If it's snowing.
True?
Yes, you think so? because it's snowing. If it's snowing, the flight will be canceled. And then, do you think they will fly later tonight?
I guess so.
Yeah? Listen one more
1.
time.
Attention passengers on Flight 584 to Chicago. The departure has been delayed due to snow. If it stops snowing within the next hour, the flight will depart this evening. If it continues to snow, we will need to cancel the flight. We thank you for your patience.
2. Did you hear that? Our flight might be cancelled.
Oh no! What are we gonna do if that happens?
Well, it's the last flight out tonight. I guess we'll have to get a hotel and try to get on a flight tomorrow morning.
But I have to give a presentation at work tomorrow morning. Let's hope it stops snowing.
Okay, do you understand now?
Yeah.
So if the flight is canceled, it's the last flight of the night. So
Yeah.
they will have to take a flight the following day, right? That means tomorrow morning, not later tonight, okay? So is it true or false?
False.
Okay. Now, the speakers want to stay in a hotel tonight.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah, they have to. Not that they want to, but they have to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something they want. They have to. They have no other option. So I think this one is false, right? They don't want to stay. They have to.
Okay.
So look, they say, let's hope it stops snowing because they don't want to stay at a hotel. They want to fly. Okay, so number 3, let's say, there aren't enough seats on the plane for all the passengers. So pay attention at this one.
3.
Attention passengers on Flight 740 to Mexico City. This flight is overbooked. We are looking for a few passengers who can take a later flight. We are offering.
So number 3, there aren't enough seats on the plane for all the passengers. True or false?
True.
Yes, true. When we say that the flight is overbooked, it means that there are more passengers than there are seats, okay? So that means the flight is full and there are passengers waiting for a place on the flight. So there are too many passengers and not enough seats. That's the meaning of overbooked, okay? If a passenger takes a later flight, the airline will give them a free round-trip ticket. Round-trip ticket is bilhete de ida e volta, okay? Round-trip ticket. And free. Free is 0800, okay? Free. So the airline company will give them a free round-trip ticket. Wow, interesting. So we're looking for a few passengers who can take a later flight. We are offering a free round-trip ticket to passengers who give up their seats. Whoa. Okay. So letter B, true or false?
True.
Yes, totally. Okay. If you give up your seat, the company will give you a free round-trip ticket. Isn't it good? How nice. Number 4, the speakers wants to take a later flight. Let's see. Look, hey, did you hear that? What do you think? Should we take a later flight? Sure, why not? We'll get free tickets. Maybe we can take a vacation to Florida. So let's go to the gate because they want to take
Offering a free round-trip ticket to
vacation,
passengers who give up their seat. Please come to the gate if you are interested.
4.
Hey, did you hear that? What do you think? Should we take a later flight?
Sure, why not? We'll get free tickets. Maybe we can take a vacation to Florida this winter.
Okay, then let's go to the gate right now. Look, there are already people in line.
So the speakers wants to take a later flight. True or false? Yes, true. They want, yeah. The speakers are in line at the gate.
False.
Yes, not yet. Not yet. They are going to, because there are already people in line, but they are going to the gate to get in line with the other passengers. Okay, so let's check the answers. Yay, everything correct. All right, people. So it happens when a flight is overbooked. Sometimes the airline company offers benefits to passengers. Okay. So look, decide if you agree or disagree with the statements here. Number 1, people should only take one piece of luggage when they travel. What do you think, people?
It depends. It depends on how much time you stay in the place.
Yes, that's true. It
Right?
super depends, right? How long
Yeah.
you will stay. Yeah. Being a pilot is a great job. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah, it can be if you like flying, right? Passengers should not bother the people around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
I like to book my flight online.
I
Yeah,
never did that.
you never did that. Yeah, now it's much easier. It's much easier to book a flight online.
Yeah, but I agree.
Yeah, nowadays it's much better to book flights online. So here, guys, we have an example of what can happen to airplanes. Sometimes airplanes have minor accidents, especially when the weather is bad. But flying is really, really safe. Okay, guys, it's the safest way to travel. Yes, even though people might say the opposite, but flying is the safest way to travel. Okay. What would you like to change about air travel?
The price.
The price. Me too. Me too.
It's too expensive.
Yeah. Me too. I would change that too. I would change that, and I would also change the food. The food they serve on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would really change that. It's very bad and the price is terrible too. It's really expensive. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Guys, in this lesson, English for Real, we're going to watch, this is the video of the lesson, by the way, because this is the last unit, okay? And this is the video of unit 12. And the focus of this video here, it's about agreeing and disagreeing, okay? So here you will see Max and Andy, okay? And apparently they are at school. They are kind of discussing something. And we will see some tips on agreeing and disagreeing with somebody, right? So let's see how they do it. First of all, let's take a look here. When was the last time you disagreed with someone? Do you remember? You don't need to say, right? Just keep to yourself. What did you say and do when you disagreed? And how did the person respond? Okay. Sometimes we disagree. When somebody says something, we don't really agree. Sometimes we say something, sometimes we don't. We keep it to ourselves. But we do have disagreements, right? Sometimes. So watch the video. And what do the people agree and disagree about? Okay. So let's take a look.
Hey, Andy. I have great news. Kathy offered me the summer internship.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, right. But I said I'd come to London. Sorry, Max. This internship is really important.
Yeah, I know, but you shouldn't give up on your vacation.
I don't know. If I don't do the internship, I won't get a good job.
No, I'm not sure about that. There are other internships, and you'll feel bad next term if you don't have a proper break.
I see your point, but getting a good job is more important than vacation. Hey, I'll come to London next time.
Why don't you just ask Kathy for some time off? You can do some work and then come to England. I'm pretty sure interns get vacations.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Andy. You've got nothing to lose.
Oh, okay. I'll ask her.
Okay.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I'm really excited about the summer internship.
So are we.
Just one thing. So I was wondering.
Yes?
Would it be possible to have the last 2 weeks off?
2 weeks?
Well, I'd like to take a little
vacation. Absolutely. It's very important to have time off before you go back to school.
Well, I totally agree with that.
Gosh. All right, people. So this is only the first viewing, and I will just ask you questions about the people and what they're talking about. So first of all, what is all the conversation about in general? What are they discussing here? Who did you see on the video? Andy, Max, and this woman here that we haven't met before. Okay. And what are they discussing? What are they talking about? Some kind of internship that Max is supposed to do. What is an internship? Do you know? internship, guys, is similar to estágio here in Brazil, okay? When you do a course, usually by the end of the course, you have to do a kind of internship or training, okay, to conclude the course. So some schools request an internship, all right? So probably Andy has to do an internship, okay? And then he's discussing that and he's talking to his roommate about it, okay? So now let's see who agreed with his internship and what they agreed, and who disagreed and what they disagreed about, okay? I will play one more time and then we will see that. So let's see that one more time. I will pause the video for you to see.
Hey, Andy. I have great news. Kathy offered me the summer internship.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, right. But I said I'd come to London. Sorry, Max. This internship is really important.
Yeah, I know, but you shouldn't give up on your vacation.
I don't know. If I don't do the internship, I won't get a good job.
No, I'm not sure about that. There are other internships, and you'll feel bad next term if you don't have a proper break.
I see your point, but getting a good job is more important than vacation. Hey, I'll come to London next time.
Why don't you just ask Kathy for some time off? You can do some work and then come to England. I'm pretty sure interns get vacations.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Andy. You've got nothing to lose.
Oh, okay. I'll ask her.
Okay, so far we have this. So first of all, who disagreed with this idea of the internship? Max and Andy, they disagreed, of course, right? Because Max wants Andy to go to London to spend vacations in London, right? So Max disagreed. Okay. Let me just look here. Oh yeah, they don't. Okay, so Max and Andy disagreed. And who agreed? Who agreed? Andy and Kathy. Okay. All right. So Max is the only one who disagreed. I'm going to put his name here. And here we are going to put Andy and Kathy. Okay. All right. Now let's see what they agreed about. First of all, here, the first one, they agreed about the internship. And then they agreed about the day off because he asked for 2 weeks. Okay. So let's keep on watching.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I'm really excited about the summer internship.
So are we.
Just one thing. So I was wondering,
Yes?
would it be possible to have the last 2 weeks off?
2 weeks?
Well, I'd like to take a little...
Vacation? Absolutely. It's very important to have time off before you go back to school.
Well, I totally agree with that.
Okay. So here we have. So here, Andy and Kathy, what do they agree about? The internship. And what else?
The vacation.
Yes. The 2 weeks.
Teacher,
Yes.
internship is a intercâmbio?
No, internship is the same as estágio.
Ah, okay. Thanks.
Okay. And Max, what does Max disagree? with Andy. Max and Andy disagree about the internship. He disagrees about that. He doesn't really think he should do the internship now. He thinks Andy could do the internship later, not at this moment. So he doesn't agree with the internship, okay? So let's check it out. So here we have Andy and Max. Okay, here they say that they have a great time in England. Andy and Kathy, that's important to have time off before going back to school, okay? Who disagreed? Andy and Max. Andy doesn't think that he can both work at the internship and take a vacation. Max thinks he can. Okay, so here it's more detailed. Okay, so all right. Here they include Andy and Max that they have to go to England and it's important to have time off. So here, let's change my answers here. Andy, let me change my answers here and put Andy and Max, and then here they should go to England. Okay. All right. Now Andy and Kathy. Agreed. It's important to have a break. Okay, guys, it's important to have a break or it's necessary to have vacation. This is what they agreed. In other words, okay, guys, just to agree with the answers, okay? So Andy and Max agreed first that they should go to England. This is what they agreed first. And Andy and Kathy, that it's important to have a break. Now, they disagreed. Max disagreed. Max and Andy disagreed. Let's put here. Oh my goodness. Let's put them together here. Zooming in. Max and Andy. What do they disagree about? That he can work and go to London, doing both things at the same time. He can do both because Andy says he can. Max doesn't agree. He doesn't think he can do both. That he can work, he can do the internship and go to London. Max says, no, it's not good. He says, oh no, do the internship later, go to London, have fun, and then leave the internship for later. So this is the disagreement, okay? All right, so now guys, watch the video again and complete the excerpts. Here, this is what we should do, completing with the exact words they say, okay? So let's watch again and put the words that are missing.
Hey, Andy. I have great news. Kathy offered me the summer internship.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, right, but I said I'd come to London. Sorry, Max. This internship is really important.
Yeah, I know, but you shouldn't give up on your vacation.
I don't know. If I don't do the internship, I won't get a good job.
No, I'm not sure about that. There are other internships, and you'll feel bad next term if you don't have a proper break.
I see your point, but getting a good job is more important than vacation. Hey, I'll come.
So here, he says here, the first sentence he says before he goes, but getting a good job is more important than vacation. What does he say before? I see your point. I see your point. Yes, I see your point means I understand you. I know what you mean. Okay, I see your point. All right, so let's put it there. Okay, now let's continue.
Come to London next time.
Why don't you just ask Kathy for some time off? You can do some work and then come to England. I'm pretty sure interns get vacations.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Andy. You've got nothing to lose.
Oh, okay. I'll ask her.
So, what does he say here? What does Andy say?
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. All right.
I'll ask her.
Okay. I'll ask her. So he's trying to convince Andy to talk to Kathy, right?
So, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I'm really excited about the summer internship.
So are we.
Just one thing. So I was wondering,
Yes?
would it be possible to have the last weeks off?
2 weeks?
Well, I'd like to take a little...
Vacation? Absolutely. It's very important to have time off before you go back to school.
Well, I totally agree with that.
So what does Andy say?
Well, I totally agree with that.
Yes, great. All right. Well, I totally agree with that. Okay, so these are special phrases that we use when we are trying to reach an agreement with someone. I see your point, but disagree. And I totally agree. Absolutely. We use when we agree. Okay. So let's check the answers. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. I totally agree with that. Here. I see your point. It's also okay, guys. Yeah, I know. I see your point, but they are okay. This is okay too, because in the video, he says, I see your point, but, okay, so it's correct too, okay? So let's move on to the next. All right, let's try to reload the page. All right, people. So here we have the box. Can you see that? With the phrases for agree and disagreeing with opinions. So when we agree, guys, we can use these phrases to show that we agree with someone. Example, yeah, I know. yes, I think so too, or I totally agree. Now, politely disagreeing with opinions, in a polite way, we can say, to politely disagree with an opinion, you can do one or more of the following. You can show you are unsure about the other person's opinion. You can show you understand the other person's point of view, or you can say why you disagree. For example, you can say, I'm not sure about that. It might be too expensive, or I don't know. I might not have enough time, or I see your point, but okay, like he used before on the previous page when he was talking here. Look here. I see your point, but okay, so here he is. When Max is trying to convince Andy to do something different, he disagrees. He says, I see your point, but okay, he doesn't agree. So that's why he politely disagrees. Okay, yeah, I see your point, but having a profession is more important. Okay, so here in number 4, they want us to analyze some conversations. Do you think speaker B's responses are appropriate or inappropriate? Why? Rewrite B's responses if they are inappropriate. So let's take a look. Let's see there, guys. Let's see. Number 1, we have a sentence and then letter B responds. He goes, I thought that movie was really boring. Then B says, yes, just that. That's not really appropriate. That's weird. Number 2, I think we should stay home and study tonight. If we go out, we won't do well on the test tomorrow. Letter B goes, I disagree. Nothing else? Number 3, I think you should quit your job and go back to school. Now, letter B says, I'm not sure. My job pays pretty well. Yeah, this one is good. Number 4, I think we should fly to San Francisco for vacation. Driving will take too long. Letter B says, no. So numbers 1, 2, and 4 are too strange. They are really too short. Okay, guys. So I will just show you the answers to that so we can see the possible answers. Okay, guys. You can copy that. Look, number 1, B's response is inappropriate because it's too short. B should respond with one of the expressions in the real world English box. B should be more polite. Number 2, B's response is inappropriate because it's too direct. And B doesn't give a reason for disagreeing. Number 3, B's response is appropriate. Number 4, inappropriate because it's too direct and it doesn't give a reason. Okay, guys. So numbers 1, 2, and 4 are inappropriate. Okay, guys. So here we should use one sentence, one phrase from the box, from English for Real here. Which sentence, for example, could I use here in number 1? If somebody says, suppose you both went to the movies and you saw a movie and the person says, oh, I thought that movie was really boring, then how can you politely disagree if you thought the movie was interesting? Oh, by the way, here the person agreed. The person said yes. So in this case, you don't disagree, you agree. So how could you say that? Look, here we have some possible answers. Oh yeah, I think so too. Instead of just saying yes, okay? Since the person here said yes, you could say, oh yes, I think so too. Oh, there was too much talking and not enough action scenes, or there was no action, or it was too slow. The scenes were not exciting. Okay, guys. So you can give examples to prove that the movie was boring. So you could say, oh yeah, I think so too. Or yeah, I see your point. Okay. Or yeah, I know. Okay. The next one. I think we should stay home and study tonight. If we go out, we won't do well on the test tomorrow. Now you disagree. So instead of saying, I disagree, what could you say in a polite way?
Hi, teacher.
Yes, what could you say here if you disagree? If somebody says that and you don't agree, what could you say using the expressions from the box? You could say, for example, I see your point, but it's my sister's birthday. I have to go. Okay? Because if somebody says, oh, I think we should stay home and study tonight. If we go out, we won't do well on the test tomorrow. Then you could say that, oh, I see your point, but it's my sister's birthday and I have to go. Okay, so you can use one expression from here to politely disagree, right? Or you could say, I'm not sure about that because I heard the test was postponed. It will not be tomorrow. It will be next week. So we still have time to study. So you can give another option, okay, guys? So you can disagree politely. And finally, number 4. I think we should fly to San Francisco for vacation. Driving will take too long. What can you say here?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah. Remember,
Something like that.
Yeah, the person says no. The person disagrees. So how can you disagree politely?
Oh. I'm not sure about that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yes, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, sure. I'm not sure about that. We might not have enough time. Yes, because, or you can say, oh, I'm not sure about that. It might be too expensive because flying to San Francisco might be expensive. So you can say, somebody says, I think we should fly to San Francisco. So you can say, I'm not sure about that. It might be too expensive.
Oh, the speaker A wants to drive, and B wants to fly to San Francisco.
Yeah, no,
Right?
A says, I think, yeah, A says, I think we
Wait.
should fly. A
Oh,
wants
okay.
to fly, yeah.
A wants to fly.
Yeah,
And
driving,
B,
he says that driving will take too long. Yeah.
okay.
And then B doesn't want to fly.
Mm-hmm.
So B says,
Probably,
yeah,
probably because it's too expensive.
too expensive. Yeah. So he says, I'm not sure about that. It might be too expensive. Okay. So instead of saying no, you could say, I'm not sure about that. It might be too expensive. Why don't we drive? Okay. All right. So this is a way for us to start negotiating without just saying yes or no, or no, I disagree, or yes, I agree. Okay, guys, you should take your English to the next level. Try to use other expressions to show that you agree or disagree with something. Okay, guys. So moving on to the next page, the final one. Yay. This page here, guys, is very simple. It talks about suffixes and syllable stress. Just a final tip on pronunciation, okay? So let's take a look there, guys. Here, they start by talking about some changes that often happen in people's lives. We all go through changes, right? Some changes are for the better and some changes are for the worse, but we never know, right? They happen. They simply happen. What kinds of changes are usually easy for people? And what kinds of changes are difficult? So changes that are easy are the ones that make us happy. They are the easy ones. And difficult changes are the ones that make us sad. When somebody dies, or changes that involve sickness, when somebody gets sick, something difficult, right? Losses in general, okay? So listen to Jack talk about a difficult change in his life. What was the change and why was it difficult? So I'll play this quickly, okay, guys?
When I first moved to Miami, I was lonely. I didn't know anyone. The people at work were really nice, but they were mostly older than me, and they were busy with their families. And I guess my communication skills aren't great, so I didn't meet a lot of people in other parts of the company. So, on weekends, I spent a lot of time on social media and chatting with people from home. It was a difficult situation for me. Eventually, things got better. I joined a soccer club and started meeting more people. Now I get lots of invitations to do things with friends on the weekend, and I love it here.
So, what was a difficult change for Jack? What happened to him? When he first moved to Miami. Yes, he moved to a new place.
He was lonely.
Yeah, he was lonely. Yeah, he didn't know anyone. So whenever we move to a new place, it's difficult because we don't know anyone, right?
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's hard. So, And what did he do to change that, right? So first, he joined social networks. He talks to people only via social network. But then after that, he was all the time on social media, chatting with people from home. And then he decided to join, I think he joined a soccer club. And then he started meeting more people. That's when things started really changing for him in terms of socializing. And then he started getting more invitations to do things and to meet more people. Okay, so here, guys, they ask more questions about his life in Miami. I will just show you the answers to that because I don't have much more time to do it. I want to finish this page. So here, these are the answers. If you can just take a picture, okay? So we saw what happened, why his communication was difficult in Miami, what he did with the time that he had, and what happened later, and how he started meeting new people, okay? So then after that, we have this tip here on pronunciation, suffixes and syllable stress. So the syllable stress sometimes changes when we add shun suffix to a word. Stressing the correct syllable helps people understand you. Listen to these examples.
Organize. Organization.
Educate. Education.
Operate. Operation.
Celebrate. Celebration.
Okay, people. So when we add this suffix, we change the pronunciation of the word, okay? So organize, organization, educate, education, operate, operation, celebrate, celebration, okay? Here we have the stress in the words here. Look, situation, invitation, presentation. Here we have to just underline the syllable that is stressed. And here in the end, we have ways to describe a change. When we describe a change, people, we use the words because and so. Okay, guys, most of the time. Example, I moved to Miami because I got a new job. I didn't have any friends, so I felt lonely. To talk about changes, you can use comparisons and superlatives. It was the biggest change of my life. Eventually, things got better. So this is also a way to talk about changes, right? We use more or less plus a noun to compare things before and after the change. Example, I spent more time on social media. I have less time to see friends, okay? And here they want us to just talk about some changes in our lives, okay? But this is not really so important at this moment. This is what I'd like you to do for homework. This is the review of Unit 12, okay, page 158. I will just show you so you know what it is like. But I know you have to go, but I will just show you what it is, okay, guys? From this page, I just want you to do exercise number 1, the vocabulary, number 2, number 3, and the grammar, number 4. Okay, guys. Let me see. Oh, yeah, number 5, because number 5 is only matching. You just have to match the numbers and the letters, okay? Just that. We will correct this next class because next class is the first day of review, okay? So let me take you back here to Google Classroom. So we managed to finish, okay, everything that we were supposed to do. And the homework for next class is online practice, unit 12.4, 12.5, page 158. Today, we talked about agreeing and disagreeing. We finished the topic of airline announcements. We saw some special phrases that we use for agreeing and disagreeing with opinions. And we talked about describing changes in the end, okay? Here, I posted some worksheets for you to talk about the first conditional. There is something about describing changes here, okay? And here too. And something about airline announcements, some airline speech phrases that they use. Okay, guys, let me just take a picture before we go. People, remember today and tomorrow are the last days of the month. So the ones who need to replace, please don't forget, send me the pictures today, okay? The pictures of the exercises today or tomorrow, because tomorrow is the last day, okay?
Ok.
So, thank you so much for coming.
Teacher,
Thank you.
as fotos de quais exercícios?
The exercises that you, of the days that you missed, the classes that you missed.
Oh, ok.
All right? If you missed any classes, you have to take a picture of the exercises that you missed. You have to watch the videos of the days that you missed. Do the exercises that we did in class. Take a picture and send me via WhatsApp so I can clear your absences. All right? If you don't know which days you missed, send me a message and then I will tell you after class. Okay? All right, people. So thank you so much, Kawane. Thank you, Pedro.
Bye bye, teacher.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Manu, Rebecca, Annalise,
Bye,
William.
teacher.
Bye-bye, guys.
See you
next week. Okay, guys?
Bye-bye. I have a
Kawane.
nice week.
Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye, people. Have a
Bye.
nice weekend. Bye, Annalise. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.